So I started writing Doha Life um, 5 years ago. Yeah, I think 5 or 6 years ago. It was actually during the lockdown that I started writing it. That was my first time of writing actually, because I never thought I was going to write. Writing was never one of my to become list. It just came to me, and I believe it was a God thing. I started writing Dua Life. I actually started with my Christian ID. So from my Christian ID, I wrote Dua Life, then the table. Yeah. So the other two are still coming out. But when I was writing Dua Life, at some point I stopped. I stopped not because I didn't know what to write. I stopped because of what I was writing. At the time, I was struggling. And I would say I was struggling because it was a period I just gave my life to Christ. I was battling with pornography. Backstory on that. While I was young, I'm this kid that loved movies. Uh, it was my therapy then. It's still my therapy now. I love movies a lot. And there's this friend of mine. I grew up in a face me, I slap you in a compound. There's this friend of mine. We used to exchange movies. So there are times that I'll save up and go and get movies. So I would give him what I have, it would give me what he had. And it has been happening like that. So it got to a point. He told me, guy, there's this movie that his brother bought, and he gave it to me. I collected it. It was actually, a sexual film, but they acted in a movie style. Yeah. So that was how it started. That was how it started. Something that that happened like a casual event grew to a stronghold. It grew to a stronghold that I battled with for a good number of years of my life. Fast forward to some years after that, the time I was introduced to it. Before I used to watch without, touching anything. Yeah, a friend also introduced me to the touching part, and it was a guy. It was weird, right? It was a guy, and introduced me to it, and then came the second struggle, and both came up hand in hand. When I said I was struggling the other time, so the whole thing has come to the point where I really want to stop now. Like, I want to stop, but I was just not able to. And dual life is not talking about addiction and everything. And I'm like, no, I don't feel worthy to be writing this because I sound like an hypocrite writing about something that I'm battling with. Come on. So that was why I stopped then. But there's a way God has always been like bringing me back to that. It might take months. Then all of a sudden my heart will just go there again, like, I need to write this, I need to write this. And most of the times, in the course of maybe listening to stuff or sometimes even going out, I will just see things that connect to the book that I'm writing. Like, wow, this needs to be in the book. It was a journey for me because I've always been a very religious person before I gave my life to Christ. Talking about doctrine, I've always been, following up back to back. But when I gave my life to Christ, I saw a whole lot of different. being religious and being a disciple, like a follower of Christ. It is the difference is very wide. The difference is very wide. And one thing that I realize is that until you come to that point that you give your life to Christ, you are not going to see the difference. After I gave my life to Christ, I was so filled with a lot of passion, with a lot of zeal, like I was burning for Christ. I wanted to do more. I wanted to do a lot of things for Christ. But each time that zeal come on me, it's more like when you increase the fire and reduce it. Yeah. It comes and it goes back. It goes back because inside of me, I've condemned myself, because I could just see myself doing things for Christ in the state I was. And I thought, I cannot be useful for Christ. And that was why I even stopped. But I was like, I can't be writing this. I can't be writing this. At the period that I gave my life to Christ, it kind of went down. But the intensity, increased after a while. And it got more worse than it was before. And I realized that at a time, I moved from the urge to do it, like luring me to do it. I moved to me wanting to do it. And that is one way addiction works. It starts from you being introduced to it. Then it moves to you controlling it. Yeah, there are times that you control it. Then it moves to it controlling you. But it will give you the impression that you are the one in charge. You're not. You're not in charge. You're not in charge. And stay long enough, it will move to you wanting to do it, like without any urge, without any compelling urge to do it. Like you want to do it. Because at that point, it can only be the grace of God, which actually did save me. It can only be the grace of God. It can only be the grace of God at that point. And in all of this journey, I realized that, Jesus never left me. There are days that after doing all of it, I feel the anger. I hate myself. It does not stop me at all from doing it the next day. But that period, I just hate myself. I cry bitterly. I scream, I shout, I want to stop it. But it won't go away. It is not by, something that came in like an invite. It's more like you accepted a visitor into your home, and the visitor gradually turns to a roommate, and from nowhere the visitor becomes the caretaker, and out of the blue, boom, it becomes the landlord. So now you cannot drive the visitor out. You cannot go out. So that is where some people actually, give in totally. That is where most people give up that. I've countless of times I've thought about it, that maybe this is who I am. Maybe this is part of me. Maybe this is, part of being a man. You understand? Maybe it's part of being, I thought to the extent of, I have a girlfriend, I'm not having sex with anybody. It's just like, it became normal to me at a point. It became normal that I don't even fight it again. I just let it happen. And I believe that is the doorway. That is the doorway for the addiction to now become the landlord. The moment you start believing that, oh yeah, this is part of me, this is who I am, this is what is needed in this time, this is what makes me a man, a woman. The moment you start believing that for a long period of time, that is where the addiction becomes a landlord. Like, it does not need to like trigger you with video, with picture. It does not need, you don't need to see it. You don't need to see anything to get triggered. You don't need to see anything. You don't need to hear anything. You, from within, the interest just comes. From within, the interest just comes. There was a time that I met with a lady. She smokes India hemp, and she was like, yeah, this really helps me sleep better. Like, when I smoke it like this, I just sleep. I was like, does it though? Does it really help you sleep better? I also like, and one thing about addiction is, once you are hooked on something, on one thing, it calls brothers, sisters, uncle, like, you get involved in so many things. You get involved in so many things. Like, that is why the Bible says that if you break one law, you break all the laws. Because it is from one law that you've broken. That is when all the other stuff start coming in. And it's the same thing with the kingdom as well. It says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and every other things will be added unto you. You don't need to start running after other things. Once you focus on the kingdom, every other things will be added unto you. It's the same thing. It's the same way. It's the same way. Once you are able to harbor one part, you've invited the rest of the family. You've invited the rest of the family. It's just like your house too. Notice, if you're in the house, you have to sweep like every day. You have to sweep like every day. And once you sweep, everywhere is clean. It means that you are not giving room for cobwebs, dirt, anything. But if you leave the house for a month without, nobody taking care of the house, when you come back after a month, you're going to see your house messed up. You've given room for other things to come in. It's the same thing. At a point, I got stopped with drinking to alcohol, and I met with someone that said, oh, Omo, this alcohol, like, it's not even someone. Yeah, almost all the people that I met that drinks, like, they tell you, like, oh, if I drink like this, I just forget, stress free. It's like a therapy. It's this, it's that. Yeah, it is. But I bet you to stop. I bet you to stop. You know what? All of your faves, your celebrities, that you see them smoking, drinking, that it looks like, I bet them to stop. Like, for 6 months, do without it. I bet, I challenge them actually. I challenge them to stop. I challenge them to stop. See, all these things are being promoted on the TV. They are being promoted in music videos. And it just looks like, it's a lie. It's just the devil putting it in your face. Putting it in your face. Putting it in your face. The moment you are stressed, that's the first thing you think of. The moment you're down, that's the first thing you think of. The moment you are hurting, that's the first thing you think of. The moment you have money, like you have a lot of money, you don't even know what to do with it, what do you think of? What comes to your mind? You need to start checking what comes to your mind. Imagine the lady that I told you about, that she said smoking helps her sleep better. So that means that anytime she wants to sleep, she has to smoke. And this lady is quite older than me if I check. So that means I don't know how long she has been on it. A very long time. And it's not even going to be every night now. It's going to be like anytime she's free, or anytime she's stressed, or anytime she's hurting. The beautiful thing about this thing is what the Bible has told us. Say, guard your heart with all diligence. If you are watching this and you've not, you are not hooked on anything, guard your heart. Guard your heart. See, the devil is after you. Check what you haven't seen all this, like for the past days. Check the friends that have been around you. Check the ones that are around you. Check the people around you. You say, I can sit down with people that are smoking. It doesn't mean I'm smoking. Your mansion, they are building it. They are building it already. They are building your mansion. Say, I have friends that sleep with prostitutes, but they are building your mansion. They are building your mansion. And let me tell you something. You just take one event in your life to fall to it. Just one event. It might be someone hurt you, or you are down, you are depressed. That is the only thing that you need. And the funny part, you just need to try it once. You just need to try it once. You just need to try it once. That's all. That's all you need. Just once. If you're able to do it once, that's all. The reason I'm saying all of this is because Dual Life has been completed. Dual Life has been completed. Dual Life is coming out next month. I'll be dropping the date soon, but the link to pre-order the book is out. It's a book that would help you as a believer, as somebody who is struggling. It might not even be pornography, it might not be masturbation, it might be smoking, it might be drinking. And let me tell you, it might be religion. It might be religion. You can get addicted to religion. I'm telling you, you can get addicted to religion. You can. You can get addicted to anything. To abusive behavior, to not wanting peace. It might sound funny, but there are people like that when the place is too quiet, like they are like, what's going on? What's going on? It might be events, whatever thing that must have caused it, but they're addicted. Everywhere has to be noisy. If it is quiet, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, they're uncomfortable. People are addicted to shouting. They cannot whisper. So many things. And the reason is this. The reason is this. In the course of writing, in the course of, praying to God, I've come to realize that the most valuable thing on earth is not those stones that they tell you they've seen. It's not anything. The most valuable thing on earth is human being. Like the most valuable, the most valuable thing on earth is human beings. That is why everything is after our life. Everything is after our life. Every single thing is after our life. Every single thing is after our life. Every single thing, even human being to human being. People are creating things that would wipe out half of the earth. I'm not crazy. Want to do things to be able to control humans because we make everything happen. We make everything make sense. Remove human being from the equation of earth, everything is gone. Everything is gone. Everything, every single thing is gone. Remove human being from earth. Remove human being from economics field. Remove human being from agriculture. Remove human being from, it is gone. Forget the word of AI. Without human being, will AI exist? No. So human being is the most valuable thing. The way AI reason, it is a human being that programmed it. For AI to reason on its own, it needs human being to make it happen. It needs human being to make it happen. So we are we are too valuable that so many things are after us. So many things. Telling you. So Dual Life is out. Check the caption for the link to pre-order or check my bio to pre-order.
Dual life when salvation is real, but surrender is split.